welcome back. Today, we explore some of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. Today, we're diving into the world of copper wheat pennies, coins that could potentially make you rich. First up, the 1951 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark. But this isn't just any regular penny. We're talking about one in red color shade and very fine condition, making it an interesting coin for collectors. If you're wondering about its value in today's market and what makes this particular penny so special, stay tuned. You won't want to miss this one. Let's start with the basics of the 1951 Lincoln wheat penny. The wheat penny series, designed by Victor David Brenner, was in circulation from 1909 all the way through 1958. It's called the wheat penny because of the two wheat stalks on the reverse of the coin. But today we're looking at the 1951 version, which is one of the last years of this iconic series before it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. On the obverse, we see the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president. The inscription says Liberty, and the year 1951 is clearly visible. This coin is a great representation of the historical period in the early 1950s, a time of post-war recovery in the US and significant societal change. But as we get into the specifics, we're focusing on the red color shade of this coin, which makes it even more interesting for collectors. Now let's talk about that red color shade. When we say a coin is in red condition, we're referring to its vibrant copper color that hasn't been significantly altered by oxidation. This is a sign of a coin that has been well preserved and hasn't experienced the dulling or toning that often occurs as coins age. The red shade in particular is a desirable trait because it signals that the coin has been kept in good conditions, avoiding the corrosion that can sometimes dull the natural beauty of copper. Coins in red condition, like this one, typically fetch higher prices than those that have started to darken or turn a brownish color over time. It's important to remember that the red color can only be preserved if the coin has been carefully stored and hasn't come into contact with harsh environmental factors. Turning to the reverse, we see the wheat stalks, which have been a signature feature of the series since the very beginning. The wheat design symbolizes the agricultural strength of the United States, which was vital to the nation's economy in the early 20th century. The reverse of this coin also has the inscriptions E pluribus unum and 1 cent, as well as the motto United States of America. Let's talk about mintage for a moment. The 1951 Lincoln wheat penny was struck in large quantities. There were over 1 billion of these coins produced in that year, making it relatively common compared to other years in the series. However, just because a coin has a large mintage doesn't mean it isn't valuable, especially when it's in excellent condition, like our coin here, in very fine and red color shade. So, what does it mean when we say this coin is in very fine condition? Coins in this category show some wear, but most of the details are still clear and legible. For the 1951 Lincoln wheat penny, this means the wheat stalks and Lincoln's portrait are well defined, with only light wear. In very fine condition, the coin retains its charm and beauty, and the details are still sharp enough to make it an attractive piece for collectors. When it comes to pricing, the value of the 1951 Lincoln wheat penny in very fine condition with a red color shade can vary depending on market demand. But in today's market, it typically ranges between $32,000, the red condition and very fine grade. Increase its desirability to collectors, which means you could see prices at the higher end of that spectrum or even a little beyond, especially if you're buying at auction or from a dealer who specializes in higher quality coins. If you were to buy or sell this coin in an auction setting, it might fetch a bit more, around $43,000 or more depending on how well the coin is presented and if it's part of a collection. Coins like this one can be even more valuable if they're professionally graded by organizations like PCGS or NGC, as certified coins tend to command higher prices in auctions. Of course, the 1951 Lincoln wheat penny is just 1 year in the series. If you're a collector of Lincoln pennies, you know that mint marks, or the absence of them, can also impact value. Coins without a mint mark, like this one, were produced in Philadelphia. And while this year's mintage was high, certain mint marks from other years are more rare, such as those from San Francisco or Denver. Still, the 1951 is an interesting year because it marks a time of economic growth in the US after World War II, adding to its historical appeal. So, there you have it. The 1951 Lincoln wheat penny in red color shade and very fine condition is a great coin to add to your collection. It may not be the rarest or most valuable penny out there, but it's certainly a beautiful piece of history, and in the right condition, it can bring a nice return. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, it's definitely worth considering if you're looking for a high-quality coin to add to your portfolio. Next up, specifically the 1936 Lincoln wheat penny with the D mint mark in good condition. This particular coin might not be the rarest, but it certainly holds a special place in the hearts of collectors, and its value is a great example of how condition, mintage, and historical context all play a role in determining a coin's market price. First, let's take a look at the coin itself. The 1936 Lincoln wheat penny is a part of the famous wheat penny series, which ran from 1909 to 1958. The series is known for its reverse design, featuring 2 wheat stalks. But the star of today's show is this 1936 penny with the D mint mark, indicating it was produced at the Denver Mint. Now, what makes this particular coin interesting is its good condition. On the obverse, we see the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president. The design by Victor David Brenner has been with us since 1909, and it's still one of the most recognizable faces on US currency. The date 1936 is clearly visible, as well as the word liberty and the phrase, "In God we trust." As you can see, the details are there, though in good condition, they are slightly worn due to circulation over the years. Now, let's discuss what we mean by good condition. A coin in good condition shows noticeable wear, but it's still recognizable. The portrait of Lincoln remains visible, but it's somewhat worn down. You'll likely see some flattening on the hair, cheek, and the lines of the clothing. The wheat stalks on the reverse might also be a bit softer than they would be in higher grades like very fine or extra fine, but they're still discernible. On the reverse, we have the classic wheat stalk design, which was meant to symbolize the strength of agriculture in the United States at the time. The inscription, United States of America, surrounds the 1-cent denomination. The design was used from 1909 until 1958, making the wheat pennies an iconic part of American coinage history. Moving on to the mintage numbers. The 1936 Lincoln wheat penny was produced in large quantities, with over 40 million minted at the Denver Mint alone. While that may sound like a lot, keep in mind that high mintage doesn't always equate to low value, especially when it comes to specific conditions and historical factors. So while the 1936 penny is not among the most rare in the series, it still holds considerable value depending on its condition. That's why it's essential for collectors to know how well a coin has been preserved. In good condition, the 1936 Lincoln wheat penny is still quite affordable. But it can be a bit harder to find in decent shape because many of these coins were circulated for many decades. Now, let's talk about the value of this coin in today's market. A 1936 Lincoln wheat penny in good condition with the D mint mark typically sells for around $15,000 or more, depending on the specific quality of the coin. Some dealers may price it slightly higher, especially if it's well preserved, despite being in good condition. If you're purchasing this coin from an auction or a high-end dealer, you may see it priced closer to $18,000 or more, especially if it has been professionally graded. However, if you look at auctions or specialized coin shows, the price can fluctuate, Coins in good condition often see a range of prices depending on the market demand and the quality of the coin. This is one of the reasons why it's always a good idea to check current auction prices before buying or selling your coins. So, what if you're hoping to get the highest value for your coin? The 1936 Lincoln wheat penny can be worth significantly more if it's in better condition. For example, a 1936 penny in extra fine condition can be worth, while one in mint state condition can fetch upwards of $24,000 or more. So, as with all coins, condition is key. That said, if you're a collector on a budget, a good condition coin like this is a great entry point into the Lincoln wheat penny series without breaking the bank. If you're looking to buy or sell this coin, remember that grading plays an essential role in determining its value. While a 1936 Lincoln wheat penny with the D mint mark in good condition may not be a top-tier rarity, it's still a solid coin for anyone looking to complete their collection or invest in a piece of American history. It's important to note that a coin's value can also change over time, depending on demand and overall interest in the series. For anyone interested in adding this coin to their collection, it's crucial to check for key details such as the mint mark and ensure that the coin has not suffered from excessive wear or damage. You can also have your coin professionally graded to get an accurate assessment of its condition and value in the current market. So, there you have it, the 1936 Lincoln wheat penny with the D mint mark in good condition is a great piece for any collector, offering a perfect balance of historical significance and affordable pricing. If you're starting your collection or looking to add another coin to your portfolio, this is an excellent choice. Next up, the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny, a classic piece of American history. Specifically, we'll focus on the 1945 penny without a mint mark, graded in fine condition, and discuss its value in today's market. If you're a fan of coin collecting or just curious about what makes these coins special, stick around. This one's for you. First, let's talk about the history of the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny. This coin was part of the Lincoln wheat penny series, which was minted from 1909 to 1958. It features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the famous wheat stalks on the reverse. These pennies were a staple of everyday life for Americans during the mid-20th century. On the obverse side of the coin, we see Lincoln's profile facing right, surrounded by the inscriptions "In God We Trust" above, "Liberty" on the left, and the year 1945 on the right. Since there is no mint mark beneath the year, this coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. The lack of a mint mark is an identifying feature of pennies minted in Philadelphia during this time. See, the Philadelphia Mint produced an incredible 10405, 15000 Lincoln wheat pennies in 1945. Yes, you heard that right. Over 1 billion coins were minted in Philadelphia that year. This makes the 1945 penny a high mintage coin, meaning it's not rare, but its value still depends greatly on its condition, historical significance, and collector demand. Now, let's flip the coin over to its reverse side. Here we see the iconic wheat stalks on either side of the phrase 1 cent, with the words United States of America below. The motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, is inscribed at the top. This design symbolizes strength and unity, a fitting message for a coin produced during the final year of World War II. This particular coin is graded in fine condition. What does that mean? A coin in fine condition will show noticeable wear from circulation, but the major details remain visible. On the obverse, Lincoln's hair and cheek may appear slightly flattened, but the portrait is still clear. On the reverse, the wheat stalks will show some wear, but their outlines are still distinct. Grading plays a significant role in determining a coin's value. For a 1945 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark, a coin in fine condition is considered average for collectors. It's affordable, but still a great piece to add to your collection. Now, let's talk about the value of this coin in today's market. For a 1945 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in fine condition, the current value ranges from $12,000 or more. That's right, while it's worth more than its original face value of 1 cent, it's still relatively affordable for most collectors. However, if you find this coin in higher grades, such as extra fine or uncirculated, the value can increase significantly. For example, an uncirculated 1945 penny with a brilliant red finish can fetch $16,000 or more. Seth, one thing to keep in mind is that prices can vary depending on where you buy or sell your coin. Online auctions, coin shows, and local dealers may offer different prices based on demand and the coin's specific condition. It's always a good idea to do your research before making a purchase or sale. So, why should you add a 1945 Lincoln wheat penny to your collection? Well, this coin represents a pivotal time in American history. It was minted during the closing stages of World War II, a period that shaped the modern world. Plus, the Lincoln wheat penny series is one of the most popular among collectors, making it a fantastic starting point for new enthusiasts or a worthy addition for seasoned collectors. Whether you're collecting for fun, historical interest, or investment purposes, the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny is a piece of history that you can hold in your hands. Even in fine condition, it's a wonderful coin to own, and its affordability makes it accessible to nearly everyone. Next up, the 1938 Lincoln wheat penny with D mint mark, graded in very fine condition, to uncover its fascinating history, unique features, and current market value. So, sit back, grab your magnifying glass, and let's explore this incredible piece of American history. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln wheat penny, designed by Victor David Brenner, was first minted in 1909 and remained in production until 1958. It's one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, beloved by collectors for its beautiful design and historical significance. The year 1938 was no exception. It was a time when America was recovering from the Great Depression and just a few years away from entering World War II. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find Abraham Lincoln's iconic portrait, surrounded by the inscriptions, "I in God we trust," above "Liberty" on the left, and the year 1938 on the right. Below the year, you'll notice the D mint mark, indicating that this coin was minted at the Denver Mint. The Denver Mint was instrumental in producing coins during this era and was known for its high-quality strikes. Now, flipping the coin over, you'll see the reverse design featuring 2 wheat stalks on either side of the coin. This design gave the series its nickname, the wheat penny. Between the stalks, you'll find the denomination 1 cent and the phrase United States of America. At the top, the Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, completes the design. This timeless design symbolizes unity and strength. And let's talk about the mintage numbers for the 1938 wheat penny. The Denver Mint produced 201,000 of these coins. While this isn't an extremely low mintage, it's still far less than the billions of pennies minted in later years. This makes the 1938 Lincoln wheat penny relatively scarce compared to other wheat pennies, especially in higher grades. So, how does condition impact the value of this coin? This particular 1938 D wheat penny is graded in very fine condition, which means it shows moderate wear but retains sharp details. On the obverse, Lincoln's hair and cheekbones are visible, though slightly flattened. On the reverse, the wheat stalks show some wear, but the lines are still distinct. Overall, it's a well-preserved coin for its age. Grading is a crucial factor in determining a coin's value. A 1938 D wheat penny in lower grades, like good or fine, will have much less value compared to one in very fine or uncirculated condition. Coins in uncirculated condition, especially with a bright red luster, can fetch a premium price among collectors. Now, let's get to the exciting part. The value of the 1938D Lincoln wheat penny in today's market. In very fine condition, like the coin we're featuring today, this penny is worth approximately $53,000 or more. While that might not sound like much, remember that this is 100 times its original face value. If you find this coin in higher grades, like extra fine or uncirculated, its value can jump to $60,000 or more, depending on the level of preservation and market demand. Of course, coin values can vary depending on where you buy or sell them. At online auctions, coin shops, or collector shows, the price might fluctuate based on the coin's eye appeal and the interest of potential buyers. Some collectors might even pay a premium for coins with unique features, such as interesting toning or a particularly sharp strike. So, why should you add the 1938D wheat penny to your collection? Well, it's not just a piece of currency, it's a piece of history. This penny was minted during a pivotal time in American history and represents the resilience of the nation during the late 1930s. Plus, it's an affordable coin that even beginner collectors can appreciate and enjoy. Whether you're starting a collection of Lincoln wheat pennies or looking to fill a gap in your existing collection, the 1938D wheat penny is a fantastic choice. Its historical significance, combined with its relative scarcity, makes it a must-have for collectors of all levels. Next up today, we're shining the spotlight on the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny, a piece of history that continues to captivate collectors worldwide. If you've got one of these coins in your collection, especially in extra fine condition, you might be sitting on a small treasure. Stick around as we uncover the story behind this iconic penny, its features, and its value in today's market. Let's start with the basics. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series, minted from 1909 to 1958, was designed by the renowned sculptor Victor David Brenner to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. These coins feature a design that has become one of the most recognizable and cherished in U.S. numismatics. The year 1950 was an important time in U.S. history. Post-World War II recovery was in full swing and the American economy was booming. During this year, the Philadelphia Mint, which is identified by the lack of a mint mark, produced over 272 million of these pennies. While that's a high mintage number, finding one in extra fine condition is much less common. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile facing right. Surrounding the portrait are the inscriptions "In God We Trust" at the top, "Library" on the left, and the year 1950 on the right. This timeless design captures Lincoln's strength and legacy as one of America's most beloved presidents. Turning the coin over, the reverse side showcases the beautiful wheat penny design. Two wheat stalks frame the edges, representing America's agricultural strength. Between them, you'll see the words 1 cent and United States of America. At the top, the Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, is prominently displayed. Now, let's talk about grading, a critical factor in determining a coin's value. This particular 1950 wheat penny is graded as extra fine XF. Coins in this grade show light wear on the highest points, but the design's details are still sharp and well defined. On the obverse, you can still see Lincoln's hairlines and cheekbone clearly, and on the reverse, the wheat stalks retain most of their fine lines. This condition makes it more desirable to collectors than coins with heavier wear. So, what is this coin worth in today's market? A 1950 Lincoln wheat penny, without a mint mark, graded in extra fine condition, typically has a value ranging from $1,500 to $2,000. While it's not worth a fortune, its value is significantly higher than its original face value of 1 cent. Keep in mind, prices can vary depending on where you buy or sell your coin. At auctions, local coin shops, or online marketplaces, factors like eye appeal, toning, and demand among collectors can influence the price. And remember, even small imperfections or variations in condition can make a big difference in value. So why should you care about a 1950 Lincoln wheat penny in extra fine condition? Well, beyond its modest monetary value, this coin is a tangible piece of American history. It represents an era of post-war prosperity and resilience, making it a meaningful addition to any collection. Plus, it's a great entry point for new collectors who want to explore the world of wheat pennies without breaking the bank. The 1950 wheat penny is part of a broader series that offers endless opportunities for collecting and learning. Whether you're completing a full set of Lincoln wheat pennies or focusing on specific years and mint marks, each coin tells its own unique story. Thanks for joining me today to explore the fascinating history and value of the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny. Do you have one of these coins in your collection? I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video about rare and valuable coins. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next find be a hidden gem. This script provides a mix of history, coin details, and market insights while keeping your audience engaged. Let me know if you'd like to refine or add anything.